My first guests are part of New Brunswick Doctors Cycling Against Cancer, and that's running later on this month. We'll talk about it. First off with Dr. Mohammed Harb. Welcome back to the show, Dr.
Thank
Harb.
you very much. Thank you.
As well, joining with him is a survivor, Mel Glidden. Mel, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It's a first time for you and a second time for you. So did you kind of show her the ropes a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, thank you very much for having us.
Absolutely.
And it is great to be again in your show, guys. And I'm hoping we can make a little bit of announcement about our goal and our cyclist event.
Yes, of course. So let's talk about the event. It's coming up pretty soon. 5 days in total of cycling, I understand. So that's a lot.
Yes. So this is a cycling event which started. It's 5 years so far, and this will be the 5th annual New Brunswick Dogs Cycling Against Cancer, and it is 5 days. We do 100 kilometers a day. And this year the routes will be moving from Moncton, Dr. Sheldon Rubin Oncology Center. We're leaving to Kujibikwaak. We spend the night there, and following day we're going to Miramichi, and we're going to visit Miramichi Hospital because we have at least 30% of our patients from Miramichi Hospital. And thereafter we're moving to Fredericton, where we're going to visit the oncology colleagues and the hospital there. We have a lot of friends and colleagues. We work together, and thereafter Sussex, and from Sussex going home back to Moncton.
All right, so it's a big circle.
It is.
Very nice. So 500 kilometers in 5 days. So how do you do it? How do you muster up that energy, that ability?
I mean, you know what? We've been training all the way through during the day. We have really a good team. We have with us Dr. Paul Gobi, Dr. Shekarinia, and we have James Curry. James Curry, he is an experienced cyclist, and he distributed 5 years ago like a planning program how we should train. And it seems so far it's working pretty good. And yeah, it is a hard work preparing to be on the road 5 days. It required a lot of organization, and I can tell you this would not happen without the help of the Friends Foundation of Moncton City Hospital.
Yes, Friends of the Moncton Hospital do excellent work, that is for sure.
This is for sure.
Absolutely. So, Dr. Harb, let's peel this back a little bit. This is in support of the Dr. Sheldon H. Rubin Oncology Unit, and I understand that you are an oncology physician. So what exactly does an oncology physician do, and what exactly do you do at the Moncton Hospital?
So one of the medical oncologists dealing with cancer, mainly treating GI cancer, breast cancer, but we tend to treat everything else because the small number of oncologists in Moncton City. But what I can tell you is always there is a room for improvement for our cancer patient. The thing is, so previously cancer has been one of the disease which is still horrible but is treatable. So previously we've been losing our patient within a very short period. Most of our metastatic cancer patients, we lost them between 6 to 12 months. But now our treatment has advanced, and we have patients with metastatic disease. Instead of losing them within 6 to 12 months, we have them more than 3. Some of my patients, they are beyond 4 years so far. And this comes with more work, and you have to have more equipment to improve your patient care. For example, one of the money which we raised, we used for buying video teleconference, because as you know, as I told you, 30% of our patient comes from Miramichi, and you know better than me this. You live in New Brunswick, and you know the weather, how it is, right, in the winter. So to get the patient to travel from Miramichi to our hospital in the winter is really dangerous, right? First of all. Second of all, you know, patient when they have chemotherapy, they would like to be close to home, to their family. And this was one of the best equipment we bought to share to make it possible for our patient to have treatment in Miramichi close to their family, and they don't need to travel that far.
And it's a huge help for that, and obviously
Exactly.
the New Brunswick Doctors Cycling Against Cancer has really helped in terms of helping to raise funds for the oncology unit at the Moncton Hospital. Mel, we'll bring you in. First of all, as a survivor, how does this event make you feel? How does this event resonate with you?
Well, I think for me, I was a 57-year-old healthy woman, and I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it is a very scary and frightening thing to have happen to you. I underwent chemotherapy with Dr. Harb as my oncologist, leading my treatment path. From there, after I had received 6 treatments of my chemo, we noticed that my tumor had changed in size substantially. It got smaller, and I was ready for phase 2 of my cancer journey. And I had surgery. Dr. Shakarinia led my surgery, and I had a double mastectomy.
Right.
So I guess for me, I'm excited to be part of such a great fundraiser.
Yeah, and you and I understand your husband Paul also rides in this.
Yes,
correct?
Paul does too. After I had recovered from my surgery, and I went back to oncology for 12 more treatments, and during one of my appointments with Dr. Harb had shared with me his vision for NB Doctors Cycling Against Cancer, and he asked me if I'd like to be a volunteer. Although my energy levels were very low, my spirit was extremely high, and it was really without hesitation that I said yes, gladly. And my husband did not even give it a second chance. A second choice. He gave his yes to volunteering. So together we've been volunteering for the last 5 years.
That's amazing. And since it's been running 5 years, so of course it's been the entire time. For you and for Paul and for everyone who's in this, what do volunteers do as part of this event?
Well, we have rallied together a fabulous team of volunteers. We have Larry, Bob, Paul, and myself that work together, and our number one goal is that we bring everyone back to Moncton on Friday after the ride is completed safely. That is our number one goal. We also network with the riders on their needs. Oftentimes they need water, food, bathroom breaks, or sometimes there's equipment that needs to be repaired. We stop together as a group. We start the day as a group and we end the day as a group. And we also take donations when we're on the road. There's a lot of people will stop us and ask us, what are we doing and why are we doing what we do? And they share their stories with us. Oftentimes their stories are very similar to mine. They are a survivor, or they are in the fight of their life, or they have lost a loved one or a family member or a friend to the dreaded disease of cancer. So they share those stories, and really it is those stories that keeps the riders going on a consistent basis. They are very inspiring, and it's those stories that keep them going.
For sure. Just lastly, when you look through the numbers and you see that $250,000 has been raised in the last 4 years, how does that make you feel?
That makes me feel incredible. That's $250,000 to date. That's not counting this year. All of the money that we raise goes back to our oncology and our inpatient care, enhances the care that we get. It makes me feel incredible.
And that's excellent. So Dr. Harb, how can people donate to this? How can people be a part of it?
Yeah, I have to say, New Brunswickers, they are very generous people, and I'm proud and to be part of this event. People just simply can go to our website, New Brunswick Docs cyclingtoagainstcancer.com, and they can do a general donation, or they can donate under one of the cyclists' names. So it's very easy, just you can go online.
Yeah, and one thing that's also cool about it too is we have just about 30 seconds, but one thing that's really cool about the website is that not only can you donate to the cause, but you can also donate to the cyclist too, so you can find out who is riding and a little bit about them as well, which I think is super cool. And huge shout out to the Friends of the Moncton Hospital as well for all of this. It's been an amazing journey so far in year 5, so if you want to check it out, you can also check it out daily on Facebook if you want to see where the riders are. So Dr. Harb, Mel Glidden, thank you so much for joining us as part of New Brunswick Doctors Cycling Against Cancer.